This is awesome. Oh my God. I'm so excited. First things first. I want to just double check and make sure that this is working. So that, because last time we had a little bit of a thing happen where we couldn't tell if this was working or not. So let me just double check. Yes, it's working. Great. Great, great, great. Very excited. So I am so happy you're here. I am so happy that you've made it. I am so happy that you have made this time for yourself. And I have something that I want to start with, and this is something that I don't typically do, but when I was picking my lipstick, I wanted to illustrate a point. So when I was picking my lipstick to wear today, I chose bright red. As you can very visibly see, I'm sure that you haven't seen me this color before. I could have gone with a nude color, which is what I usually wear. But today, since I'm talking about the lifestyle business, that felt a little bit like status quo, right? Feels like this is the choice that we have. This is the choice that we have as entrepreneurs, as women that are very powerful and in charge of our lives, between what's normal, what's standard, between a business that runs like a J.O.B, or between a lifestyle business. So today I chose to go with a lifestyle business, since that is our topic of conversation. And first of all, I want to introduce myself and say hello. My name is J.O.B, and I am a success coach for women online business owners that desire to create lucrative, successful, beautiful, fulfilling, profitable, I said that one a couple times, lifestyle businesses that have plenty of time freedom and plenty of opportunity, possibility. The doors pretty much open when you actually start building your business this particular way. So if you're here, then I'm guessing that you are in this place of perhaps working all the time. Are you always behind the computer, always in the doing all the time, and yet you're not getting the results that you desire? So perhaps it's that you're not hitting the income, you're not getting the clients, or you're working too much. Perhaps you are working. You are getting the income, and yet your business right now is structured in a way where you are just killing yourself, working way too hard, and a lot harder than you think you should. And you know that there's going to be a point where you can't go any further, right? And I'm guessing that you desire to have a life that is more filled with fun, where you have more time freedom, where you desire right now so much more travel, more success, more clients, more money, right? More of what you know that you deserve. And right now you're not getting it. So today, like I illustrated very clearly with my bright red lipstick, we're going to be talking about how not to be status quo, how to create a lifestyle business. And I'm going to go very deeply into how to avoid the 3 common mistakes that keep women entrepreneurs, women online business owners, and service providers from working way too hard and making too little money, having too little fulfillment, too little fun, too little time freedom, you name it. All of those things that we really desire, that we became an entrepreneur to create, to have, to expand into, those are the things that are just not happening right now. So I'm going to tell you 3 of the things that I know could be blocking you from that. All right? So I really want to thank you for taking the time of being here, because I know that your time is valuable. I have a lifestyle business, and I know that even with my lifestyle business, I am very conscious of my time. I always tell my clients that, treat your time as if it was your baby, right? So that you can actually be so careful with it and so loving with it that you can create exactly what you want in your life, because time is everything that we have, right? So before I go any further, I just want to tell you that I decided to create a super juicy bonus for those of you that are here live. So I am going to give out a 30-minute session with me. Now, I am really, really great at time management. Like I just said, treat time like your baby. So I would be very, very delighted to gift one of you lucky ladies a 30-minute time management session with me. And this is just a coaching session. I'm going to take a look at your schedule, and we're going to, find some time that perhaps right now you think that you don't have, right? Strategically, it really doesn't take that much. And, we may need to go into some of the mindset pieces that are holding you back from creating the time and freedom that you desire. Okay? So if you want to be counted and if you want to take advantage of that, then I just invite you to go into the Hangout page if you're not there already. And then input your name. So write your name in the Hangout page, and by the end, I'm going to pick one of you, and I'm going to do it at random, so you can, you can have this awesome session with me, and I'll give you instructions as to how to schedule it, okay? So I want to share a little bit of where I'm coming from when it comes to the lifestyle business, because I think that, that can mean many things to many people. I want to tell you from my perspective what a lifestyle business means to me and what I have created in my life right now. And you can apply this to your own life. Perhaps you're in the same situation where I was. I can tell you straight up that I was one of those entrepreneurs that had created a J.O.B for herself. So I was actually working about 80-hour weeks, and, I was trying to make it work. I was trying to make it happen. And the more I worked, the worse it got. The more I worked, the more time that I put into my launches. It actually used to take me 3 months to put together a launch. And not only that, but I was also working 12-hour days, about 6 days a week. And sometimes even more than that, if I'm being honest with myself. And I didn't have a life. I actually had no freedom, no travel, no, anything. The only thing that I felt that I really kept up with was my health, in terms of, not even in terms of sleep and all of that, because I obviously was not sleeping with those long, long, long days. And I was so stressed that, my whole body was not handling it that well. I was able to keep up with eating healthy, but besides for that, I had no freedom. I had no time. I actually, I felt like I was trapped behind a computer screen, and that was my life. And I started having thoughts all the time like, okay, well, if this is entrepreneurship, then I don't want it. I really don't want it. And you may be in that place of just even starting to think, you know what, it's probably better that I get a job, because at least I can leave the job at work, right? Instead of just always living this stressed out condition. And I did have those thoughts. I'm going to be honest. I had those thoughts all of the time. And I just, I felt like I had to do my best. I had to try my best. And, there came a point where I made a decision that I had to change my results. Like this, if I kept going with those 80-hour weeks, and if I kept doing things the way that I was doing them and not getting the results, then I wasn't going to be able to, to keep doing this. And I think in that moment, like when I was actually having those thoughts, and it wasn't just one time, I actually had those thoughts a lot, right? And you may be in the same situation where I was just like, I have to change something. I have to change something. And I know that there has to be a better way, right? So I made that decision to change the way that I was doing things. And I'll share with you exactly what I did, some of the things that I did to make it happen. And actually, the most important thing that I did, I'm going to save that for last, because I really want you to take this journey with me during this free master training, so that you can start expanding into what's possible for you. When I made that decision and I came to that place of, this is not negotiable for me, I have to do this because my soul is literally going to die if I actually don't live my purpose. Just the thought of going back to corporate was agonizing to me. And yet, to a certain extent, it felt, like a more reasonable choice. Like I said, status quo would have been a nude lipstick today, but I didn't want to live a life being status quo. I wanted to live a lifestyle business. So I made a decision to live my life the way that I wanted to live it. So because of that decision and because of that commitment that I made for myself, I actually changed. I started changing my results, and I actually changed them really quickly. Over the last year, I have traveled all over the world. I went to Hawaii, I went to Asia, I went to Thailand and Singapore in Asia. I have been, all over the US and in the Caribbean, and I have plans to travel to Paris and Mexico within the fall and winter of this year. And I'm very excited about it. I'm telling you about my travel because that's the thing that really lights me up. For me, the lifestyle business is having the freedom to do what you want to do. My choice is never, ever again to spend a winter in New York City. I made that decision a couple of years ago when we had a horrible winter here. And this winter, I spent a month in Thailand, and then I went to Singapore. And then, next year I'm going to go to Mexico and probably Florida. So that's what I call a lifestyle business. Now, there may be elements of what I'm sharing with you that resonate with you. There may be elements that don't. That's fine. It's about you. It's about what will fulfill you. What is the life that you want to create? Okay? These are the questions that we need to start getting clear on. And we're going to talk about clarity for sure. Because the clearer that we are on it, the more that we can expand into that vision, right? If we don't have an idea of where we're going, then we're never going to get there. So the idea here is to really start seeing what's possible. And I'm sharing my story because I want you to see what's possible for you. And I did this in a very short period of time. I can tell you that last year around this time, I would say like August last year, I did not have the same results that I have today. My business has increased by about, I don't even know, I would say like 80%. I had clients, but it wasn't this. It wasn't this. And some of the pieces that helped me shift that are the things that I'm going to share with you today. So I feel like the lifestyle business, or what I call the lifestyle business, that elusive thing that women really want and they just are not able to achieve. So we're definitely going to see why that's happening. And I want to give you my ingredients to a lifestyle business. And this really feels almost like a recipe. Put these things together and it will make the most beautiful kale salad, or the most beautiful salmon, or the most beautiful, raw food cake, right? I try not to say cake because I don't eat that. And if there's something missing, like you'll taste like there's a difference. Like if you don't have enough lemon in the kale salad, you're going to be like, ooh, this tastes a little bit too bitter for me, or if you don't have, a salt in the salmon, and it just will taste a little bit bland, right? So I want to share with you my ingredients, and I'm going to go a little bit into them. And then I'm going to go into the juicy part of this training where I'm going to tell you the main points that will get you to where you want to go by creating a lifestyle business that really is profitable, that really does give you the time freedom, that really does allow you to live the life that you wanted to live when you started this, okay? So the first ingredient that I have for building a lifestyle business, creating a lifestyle business, is that your dream life is available, as ready as you are available to receive it. So I feel like this is almost like the no excuses approach, because we give ourselves a lot of excuses. Well, she knows how to do that. Well, that person, you know, had marketing background. I remember thinking that all the time when I heard some women that, you know, were really kicking ass in business. And I'm like, well, she had a marketing degree, or well, she had a, you know, a degree in psychology. Of course, she's an amazing coach. Of course, her clients are, you know, loving her. And that's not really the truth. Of course, those things are important, but it's not really that. It's almost like you have to be ready. You have to stop making excuses for yourself, or excuses why you don't have the results. The moment that you do that, you really empower yourself to show up for yourself 100%. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't show up 100%, like the way that I'm showing up right now, you're going to see that the results are not going to be 100%. And it doesn't mean that you are going to go, you know, I mean, you can go from 0 to, you know, 100, right? You can go, but start increasing exponentially as well, so long as you're headed in the right direction. I feel like some of the things that, you know, really is discouraging, or, you know, women get discouraged by, is the fact that, you know, well, it's, you know, I'm just seeing like a little bit of an increase. Of course, there's things that you can do to make it faster and make it easier for yourself, you know, and if you know some of those things, that's really great. But if you can actually move in that direction, then you can start seeing the results, and then you can start seeing what's working and what's not working. That's one of the things that I teach my clients. Like, you know, when I teach them to create lucrative launches, you have to see what's working. You know, it's a test, like what's working, what's not working, and then move in that direction. And you're going to see that if you keep doing the things that are working and eliminating the things that are not working, then you're going to get there really, really quickly. But no excuses, really. And another thing that I think about this is the fact that there is a lot of, let me see how I put this, because I want to be very gentle and very honoring here. I feel like there's a lot of, you know, buzz, or a lot of words out there, and you know, ideas out there that, you know, you're going to just show up and the business is going to be done. And, you know, it's like so easy that it's, you know, like literally a piece of cake, right? And though I do believe that it can be very easy if you know what to do, if you have the step-by-step, like I mentioned before, there's also the idea that, you know, there's a lot of women that like have a belief that it's just like, well, if it's hard at all, then I don't want to do it, right? They're just not willing to do what it takes. And I personally feel, because I have a beautiful system that really works, and that's really amazing in terms of, you know, creating a business that's, you know, supports the lifestyle piece and that creates the time freedom. I know how quickly it can go, but I also know that it takes effort. You know, it takes all of you. It takes you being present. It takes you not having excuses, right? So long as you become available for that life, for that result, right? So long as you open yourself up to receive it, it will show up. And it can be a lot faster than you think it's possible even. But you can't think that it's all going to be like, okay, snap my fingers and it's going to happen, because that's just not realistic either, okay? So just to keep that, you know, in the background there, because I don't want, you know, I don't want that to keep happening, or I see a lot of marketing out there from a lot of people that are just like, well, snap my fingers and it happened. No, it takes a little bit of time. It takes dedication. It takes love. It takes, my mentor calls it a magnificent obsession. It takes like a magnificent obsession where you're giving everything that you have to your business and to make it work the way that you want. Your dream life deserves it. It deserves all of you, right? So become available to receive it, and you're going to see that it's going to happen. So the second ingredient is that it doesn't take forever to create the results that you desire. Okay, all you need, like I said, is a system that works and the dedication to make it happen. So time freedom really is totally possible. And it can literally take you 6 weeks to set up your business, to set up your lucrative launch, if you know what to do. It does not have to take that long. 6 weeks is really not that long time. I see women that have been spinning their wheels for 6 months, for a year, 2 years. A lot of them that I end up working with have been at it for 2 years. 2 years of doing absolutely nothing, and nothing is working. Or trying a lot of different programs and models that just don't teach you how to organize and how to set it up. So the system is as important, as your vision, as your desire to make it happen. Okay. The third ingredient is, I feel really that working harder, the concept of working harder is the devil. Let me explain, because I was very careful in my choice of words here. So the concept of working harder, it's like you have to work harder in order to get better results. And this is very limiting. And if you really think about it, the people that, in your idea of what it takes to have $1 million business, or $10,000 a month business, or wherever it is that you want to go, so have 6 figures in your business, whatever. If you're thinking from your perspective and you're thinking, okay, well, if I work harder, I am going to be able to get to 6 figures, it doesn't really work, because all of the work that you're already doing is working really hard. If you're anything like me and you had that idea in your head that, oh, well, let me do more, and then I'll get better results. That's the way that we grew up. Like, everybody was telling us, do this, do this, do this. And, and we got rewarded for it at school and our homes and everywhere. The entire society is pretty much set up that way, right? So it doesn't really work, because there comes a point where you can't work any harder. And then that's it. That's the end. You burn out, or you become disenchanted, and then you want to go back to a regular J.O.B, right? So it doesn't work. It doesn't work. That concept does not work. And the idea here is to try and shift the mindset. So instead of thinking work harder, is work smarter. Find systems, like I talked about, have a no excuses approach, and then the rest of the ingredients, right? So that you can actually create this juicy lifestyle business that is yours. It's not someone else's, right? The one that works for me may not work for you, and that's okay. It's about what works for you, okay? Number 4, the ingredient number 4 is clarity. So I really do feel that clarity is key when it comes to creating a lifestyle business. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more in depth today. Ingredient number 5 is, you can always get what you need when you need it if you ask the right question. So I feel that everything changes in life. Everything changes in your mindset. Everything changes in the concept, the possibilities. Everything opens up before you if you are able to find the right question to ask. So if you're stuck anywhere in your life right now, in your business, if you're stuck in the approach that you're taking to life, to, getting the results that you desire, it's because you're not asking the right question. If you ask the right question, you're going to see that the answer has to show up. So there isn't a question that doesn't have an answer. There's always an answer. It's a law of the universe. Everything has an opposite. So asking the right question and then allowing it to come through. Right? I had a session with this lady the other day, and I was, letting her know, hey, you need to ask and then wait. Ask this question and then wait and see what comes up naturally. And you'll know. It's like the deepest part of you that's in you. I typically feel that that's inside of the tummy, like in the tummy, in the lower section, knows. It's like your gut feeling, right? You know when it's the right answer for the particular problem. And you have to allow it to show up, okay? So if you're not getting the result, ask a different question, and you're going to see how the universe has to rearrange itself so that you get your answer. So wait and receive the answer. And pay attention. Pay attention, because some of the times the reason that we are not able to receive the answer is because we don't have the consciousness or the openness in our minds, and the way that we perceive the world and our mindset, pretty much, that allows us to be able to see it. So open up and allow yourself to receive the answer. Okay? And last but not least, when you have a lifestyle business you love, you will love working on your business. So like I said, this is your lifestyle business. My lifestyle business is not your lifestyle business. We will never have the same lifestyle business because we're two completely different people that desire completely different things. So finding the right combination that works for you is what it's all about. Okay? So that said, today, what I want to actually get deeper into, because I want you to have absolutely everything that you require, that you need to create a lifestyle business that is truly yours. Okay, so I want you to uncover the reasons that you have so far, depending on where you are in your business, created another J.O.B. instead of a lifestyle business. Okay, what are the reasons that you have done that? Why are you stuck working 60, 70, 80-hour weeks instead of having a lifestyle business of 20 hours a week that has even better results than what you're getting right now? Why? Why is that happening? I want you to identify and plug the major receiving leaks that you're experiencing that are preventing you from creating a lifestyle business that you desire. Yes, you're receiving, all right? Like with the question, I just mentioned the idea of the question opening up. That's a receiving leak, because you're out, obviously we're talking about money in this other idea, right? But that's a way that you block yourself from receiving, right? So it's about opening up. And I'm going to tell you which are the three, major leaks that you are experiencing right now that are preventing you from creating your lifestyle business. And I want you to awaken. Okay, so we're going to go into awakening to the number one reason that you're procrastinating in your business, so that you can start taking action right away. So I definitely want you to start moving into creating your lifestyle business. You don't have to wait. You can start today, okay? You don't need a fancy website. You don't need anything. You need to make the decision, okay? You need to make the decision that this is not negotiable for you, and this is a life that you really desire to live. Like I made that decision. And when I made that decision, I was able to shift everything. So today you're going to learn that one reason. And then we're also going to cover the number one reason that you're working too hard. And I want to help you create a little bit more time freedom in your business, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to create more time freedom so that you can then step more powerfully into a lifestyle business that actually creates the results. So amazing results. Like I share with you some of the results that I have been getting, and it really is transformational when you have more time freedom, okay? So I want to mention again, just in case that you just joined us recently, that I am going to be drawing someone at the end. So if you really desire to have a 30-minute private session with me, it's completely gratis, so free. I will be sharing that with you. I'll pick someone at the end. So let me just check if there's any people that entered. So I don't have anybody that entered yet. So if you want to be counted, and if you want to be entered to win that 30-minute session, then definitely put your name down below. So if you're in the Hangout page that I sent you, then you have the comment section that look like Facebook comments. Just put your name in there, and I will, pick one of you at the end, okay, at random. Perfect. So let's go into the juicy content. So the first thing that I want to go into that I really feel, and I already shared with you that we were going to go into this, is crystal clarity. So being really, really crystal clear about what your desires are, about who you serve, about what your business looks like and what it needs to look like, and the step-by-step, systems and structures to get there is absolutely necessary in order to create a lifestyle business. Because a lot of the problem, and this is a concept that I learned, I don't remember exactly where, but I feel like a lot of women, when they come to me, what they're doing is hope marketing. So they're putting a lot of stuff out there, and it's like, okay, well, I just hope that it works, right? And the horrible thing with that, and I don't want to go, into, I definitely feel that we're all in a growth evolution, right? So you're here and you're learning and you're finding a different way to do things right now. But the thing with that is that you can't really have anything that can be replicable. You can't really make it easier on yourself. You can't really recreate and and make your process, the launches or the structures, evergreen, or make them work time and time and time again if you really don't even know what works, right? And I also feel like understanding when it comes to clarity, so you can be in, not moving away from the launch, because that's that's one particular thing, but even when it comes to the life that you really want to live, like when you're not really clear about which direction you're going, you can even understand, right? So, oh yeah, of course I have to get really clear about what my vision is, right? But that's not really knowing. That's not being really specific, right? And there's a huge difference between those two. And I really want you to feel it, because I feel that, a lot of the times we're learning a lot, but we're not yet applying things the way that we really need to apply them in order to get the results. So getting the clear that you get with everything in your business. So like I said, who you serve, your niche, the specific problems that your ideal clients have, your specific desires, where is it that you're going, what you want your lifestyle business to look like, what you want your business, the structures and the systems to look like. What is the step-by-step in order to launch your services, in order to launch your products, so that you get engagement, so that you get people really becoming fans of your work, so that you get people buying your products and services, okay? And I feel like there's those people that you see, so that are, they're going for it. Let me explain it a little bit differently. I feel that, I'm in Facebook a lot, because Facebook is a platform where I market Like most of my marketing comes from Facebook. My clients come from Facebook, and I find that it's a really, really great platform for me. There's other businesses that have different platforms and so on and so forth. I used to sort of see those people that were just unknown. Like I would see them comment here, comment there, and just like nothing is really happening. And then all of a sudden they go boom, and they're like in a completely different place. You're like, whoa, when did that happen, right? Everything completely shifted. And you know what the difference is? Clarity. They're clear. They're clear with who they're working with. They're clear about their desires. They're clear about their commitment. They're clear about their lifestyle business. And that is why you see them make such a huge jump. It's a huge jump. They have clarity. So you have to really take this concept very seriously. So don't just say, oh, sure, I get it. Yeah, of course I have to be clear, right? Let's actually, not give yourself any kind of excuse as to why, oh, you already know this, right? Or, you can do this later. All of those are excuses. And when you have excuses, you're missing an ingredient in your lifestyle business, right? You're missing an ingredient to have a lifestyle business. So definitely, you need to sit down and get clear. And if you don't know how to do that by yourself, and you definitely need support. You need someone that understands how to create the lifestyle business, how to bring out your desires, how to set up the business, right? So that it works for you, not for me, not for someone else. You're not following someone's, life, right? You're actually creating your own, the way that it works for you. Okay, so that you're not then spinning your wheels and continuing to spend months and months and months and not work. Because that's one of the things that I keep seeing with my ideal clients, at least a lot of the women that come to me that have been at this for years, 2 years, a lot of them actually, for whatever reason, a lot of them have been at it for 2 years, playing around. I had a client from the UK just recently, and she had been, playing with a blog for 2 years, and then she had a session with me that was an intensive, and then, 3 months later, she quit her job, and she was able to start supporting herself with her business. Okay, so the clarity, when you have that clarity and you have that support and you actually understand exactly where you're going, boom. That's what you need. That's what you need. Okay. So you go straight to the top. You really go straight to the top. And the biggest thing I feel that the only thing that you really need to pay attention besides for the clarity is just your time, right? So making sure that you're managing your time correctly, because when the plan is set, it's just about applying it. So the time is one piece, and actually we're going to talk about that too, because I know that that's one super important part, okay? So the thing that happens if you don't do this, like if you don't get clear, is that you keep working way too hard and you keep receiving too little. So the energy, it burns you out, because the energy exchange, like I don't know if you are spiritual in nature or you understand energy or anything, but I really feel that when you're providing a service at the right energy, like the right frequency, meaning the right, price, and someone is giving you that, and you're giving that in return, the service in return, it lights you up. It's like, it works. But when it's not the right energy exchange, and you're actually giving too much, working too hard, and you're not receiving enough in return, especially when you're putting a lot of attention on tasks that have nothing to do with creating income, right? Nothing to do with getting clients, then you get no reward and you burn out. And then you start having thoughts, like I did a while ago, of, going back to a J.O.B. So that's what happens, right? So you have to keep a close eye, because all roads lead to burnout if you're not careful. If you're not careful with how you're actually using your time and energy. And the lifestyle business doesn't work that way. It's like the complete opposite. It's like common sense is this way, right? Status quo is this way. Everything that you've been taught is this way. The nude lipstick is this way, right? And then you have the red lipstick this way. And you have, you know, the time freedom this way. You have the travel, the clients, the money, right? Everything that you desire, but it's not going with you know, everybody else. It's about paving your own way with a system that works, okay? So how can you actually apply clarity right now? Right? So I definitely want to give you some tangibles so that you can hold on to this and actually start creating the changes now. Like, this doesn't work if I just keep giving you concepts and you're still thinking, oh yeah, I understand, but yeah, you don't apply it, right? So I want to give you something really tangible so that you can hold on to, and then you can apply it by yourself at home. Okay, today, remember all the time that we have is now. So the thing with clarity is being really, really honest with yourself. There's two things. The first one is being really, really honest with yourself about where you're at. What's really working? What's not working? Where are you stopping yourself? Okay? Why are you giving yourself so many excuses? Remember, ask the right question. Be honest with yourself. Bring up those things that are really blocking you from receiving your lifestyle business. The second thing is giving yourself permission. So this was one, and it was really interesting because, like I mentioned to you, last year I was in a completely different place, and I wasn't getting anywhere near the results that I'm getting today, right? And I was having a chat with one of my really good friends, and she was telling me, what was the deal? Last year, you didn't even know what you wanted. You were so blocked, like you didn't even, you didn't even know. And I was like, I know, wow, I didn't even think about that. Like, I hadn't thought about that in a really, really long time. And it was just that, I wasn't really giving myself permission to desire, because the things that I really wanted, it was sort of like a double-edged sword, right? The things that I really wanted were things that were really huge, were things like going to Thailand for a month, or going to Paris and having a photo shoot over there, or, going to Mexico and staying in a luxury, boutique hotel, and all of those things. And they were so huge, and I felt so unachievable that I was preventing myself from even giving myself permission to dream, right? So because of that, I wasn't really able to be honest with myself and, and expand into the fullness of who I needed to become. Because the block was so, like, it was sort of like, don't even think that, don't even think that, because that's not possible, that's not available for you. And even though part of me really wanted to dream, part of me really wanted to believe that it was possible, it was almost like, can I really give myself permission to think that I could have this? And when I started to open up into that, life started getting juicy. Life started getting really, really juicy. And now, I've created some huge shifts. In fact, I just came back from Florida. I went to Key West, and I went to Boca Raton, and I went to North Carolina and Miami and all of that. And then I came back here. So I'm definitely doing a lot of traveling, which is the thing that I love for my lifestyle business, and doing the things that I really love to do, and spending my time the way that I want to spend it. So yeah, that's really great. So let's go into number 2, because we're running a little bit tight on the schedule here. So the second thing that I wanted to share with you in order to create the lifestyle business is the concept of landing high-paying clients. So in other words, charging your worth, premium pricing, right? Pricing your services at the right price based on the results, and not the hours that you're spending on it or anything like that. So this is a huge problem and block for women when creating a lifestyle business. So I actually share this with, maybe you got this email. So I share this with some of you, where I started my services I started my business with packages. And even though I wasn't getting all the clients, I knew that the results were there. So I was going to charge those premium prices, right? So I had, sometimes I forget English. I had, I started with $1,500, and then I moved, very quickly to $4,000. And then the prices have gone up depending on, the type of service and the results and all that stuff. And for me, it wasn't even about just me. Like, it's not, well, I'm going to charge this because I deserve it. Do I charge what I'm worth? Do I charge for the results? Yes, absolutely. And that is part of the equation. But it's not just that. You're also doing it for them. Okay? This is as much for them as it is for you, because you're asking them to show up for themselves at a bigger level. You're asking them to put more skin in the game. Okay? And you're modeling for them what is possible. So especially if you're in the type of business like I am, where I live a lifestyle and I'm asking my clients and I'm telling my clients, hey, this is what's possible. This is what I'm doing, right? Like I share with you in this call. And if you do it this way, then you can actually have something, that you desire that is similar to this, or your version of it, right? And you can only invite them into that possibility if you're showing up and you're being the woman that charges those prices, right? That is actually saying, I'm worth this and you're worth this. Because then they can do that with their own clients. Understand? So this really isn't based on hours. Like, how many hours am I working? How many hours am I giving them? Let me charge, 200 per hour, 150 per hour, 100 per hour. Right? It's not really that. It's about what is the result? What is the change that they're having in their life? How is this impacting them? How is this making their life better? Okay? If you're not willing to do this, if you're not really willing to take a close look, get honest, right? All of these sort of like feed into each other. If you're not really honest with yourself as to what, if you're willing to do this and honest with yourself as to what you're worth and what your services really are worth, then you are literally blocking your prosperity. Okay? You don't grow, you don't expand, you continue to work hard, you continue to, to exchange dollars per hours. You will burn out eventually, because like I said before, you can't continue to work that hard to get to where you want to go if you're going at the level that you are. At the rate that you are, then you're going to have to work a lot harder to get to 6 figures, a lot harder to get to 7 figures, or whatever your goal is, right? So just consider that. It's a really shift in the mindset that needs to happen in order for you to get to where you need to be. And I'm inviting you to start making those shifts now. You don't have to wait. Okay, you really don't have to wait. All you need is pen and paper and your honesty with yourself. Really getting clear, think back. What are the results that my clients have gotten? I can tell you, one of my clients, she doubled her income. And it was in a considerably short period of time. It's really, really amazing. And, she continues to go for it. And she's increasing her business like crazy. In fact, I went to visit her last week, and I just saw her in action. I was just in awe because she's grown so much. And not only in her business, but also as a woman, right? She's allowing and expanding into the woman that she needs to become in order to have that business. And that is really, really marvelous to see. So when I think about that, I think about what I charge. I think about that in relation to what I charge, and I want to make sure that I'm honoring myself, and I want to make sure that I'm honoring them. All right. So I hope that clears that up for you. And let me give you something concrete, all right? So in order to really shift this for yourself, so if you're in this place of, you know, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can charge those prices, Sue. I'm thinking about it, but I really want to get to 10K, and I just don't know if I can charge $2,500 and get 4 clients, to be able to hit that number. I really don't know. I mean, I don't know if my services are worth that. I mean, I'm charging like $100 an hour now. Can I really do this? Well, you have to decide that you're worth it. You have to decide that you're worth it. Are you worth it? Remember the right question. Are you worth it? And then the second piece to that, there's a couple more pieces, but the second piece to that is if you want to charge a premium product, you also have to deliver a premium experience for your clients. So create and deliver a premium, juicy experience for them that gives them the results that they're really seeking. Deliver on those results, deliver on that promise. Okay? You set your prices based on results. You don't set them based on emotions. So if the first thing that you thought, hey, can I really do this? And like you were thinking fear, like you were feeling fear, contracting, like wanting to like go like this, if you're, worried, what are people going to think? You don't set your prices based on your emotions. Your emotions are not a very clear indicator of what you need to charge. The things that are a clear indicator of what you need to charge is your self-worth, right? And also the results. What is it? Like, what is the value that your ideal client places on that result? Okay? Is there a monetary value that is very, very specific? Or is there a monetary value, or is there like another type of value that also leads to a monetary, like clients that work with, couples that are about to split up and, get divorced. There's like a huge monetary value there where they have, like thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, my boyfriend just went through a divorce. I know it costs a lot of money. You know what I mean? And like, what is the value? What is the value that they put on that? Okay. And the last thing when it comes to premium prices, it's not only just deciding that you're worth it, but you have to become that woman. I've been alluding to this a little bit, right? It's very important that you become the woman that charges those prices. It doesn't work otherwise. You can't just have one without the other. It has to be both. I just want to check real quick and see if any of you have posted your names. See, don't be shy. This session is really, really valuable. Okay, awesome. So there's one of you on. So if you want to be considered for this 30-minute juicy session, please put it on, because you are going to find time where you think you don't have any. Believe me, I know. It's really, really, really awesome. Okay, so I just want to go into the last concept, because this one is the one that I've been waiting for to share with you, is the concept of time freedom. So having ease, time for fun, being smart with how you work rather than just working hard, and having a step-by-step system that works and that is proven is what time freedom is all about. And without time freedom, there's really no lifestyle business, because a lifestyle business is not just like the other type of businesses. It's not just the status quo businesses, right? It's not just the J.O.B. It's a lifestyle business where you have plenty of time to do the things that you really want to do, and you use your time effectively, not just doing whatever comes to mind, not just doing hope marketing, right? It's about really, really focusing and knowing exactly how to spend your time, okay? Like treating your time like your baby. Like I love that concept because it's really, really clear. A lot of women and coaches, they say treat your business like your baby, and I really do honestly believe that that's really awesome too. However, I want to go a step further and just like really treating your time, like protecting your time like it's everything in the world to you. And you're going to see that if you actually honor your time, the level, the increase there is just gigantic, okay? So with the time freedom, I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do. So I've given you some examples of what my lifestyle looks like. Maybe for you is, also having that laptop, business where you just take your laptop and just go anywhere in the world and you're still able to deliver really amazing content, right? I mean, one example that I have right now of what the lifestyle business has been able to offer me, and and continues to, it just amazes me with the way that I set together when it comes to the time freedom sequence, is the fact that it takes me 3 days to put together an amazing launch by myself. I'm actually now looking for, a VA and all of that, to help me with some of those, because I want to spend my time in learning other strategies that will support to increase my business in other avenues. This avenue is working really, really great for me. And I've been doing everything by myself. There have been instances where, I have a VA here, a VA there, and they help me with some projects and all of that. But for the most part, I've been working by myself. And it takes me 3 days. Okay, and not 3 days of working 12 hours, right? 3 days of working 4 hours. And the last time that I did it, I was actually at my sister's home in Coconut Creek in Florida, which is by Boca Raton, and I was by the pool. I was sitting in the pool, taking a dip, and then working on my launch, and then taking a dip, and then working on my launch, and I was able to complete it that way, right? It takes my clients 6 weeks the first time that they put together a launch. And then after that, it's less time and less time and less time. It doesn't take them anything compared to what it takes them the first time, because everything is set up and they can just reuse that. But they have to know exactly how to reuse it, what to reuse, when to put it together. That's the step-by-step that actually saves you a lot of time. It also gives you a lot of freedom to really focus on the areas that are really important in order for you to build your lifestyle business. One of the areas that I personally want to focus on more and more is the area of personal relationships. Because in business is based on personal relationships. Referral partners and potential clients that you meet at this event, but then later on you work with them, a year later. I have a client right now that, that happened, where we met in October for the first time, and then just recently she said, I'm ready, right? So you have to choose how you spend your time. Time freedom is also about the choice of being able to spend your time the way that will make the biggest impact, and the way that you want to spend your time. So I don't deprive myself, even though I am spending time in learning and continue to grow as a woman, as a woman that has this business, and also as a woman just in other areas of my life, in my relationships, in my personal relationships and all that. I'm also growing in my business, and I'm giving myself the time to spend with my boyfriend, to spend with my family, when I go travel and visit them and all of that. Because I know that without that, you don't have the lifestyle business. You only have the J.O.B, and you remain status quo. Plus, I actually shot a video in Key West that I talked about the importance of travel in the lifestyle business, and use that as a metaphor for the thing that really lights you up, because you get so fired up and so enthusiastic and so alive, so energetic, so energized, right? That you actually are able to deliver a much better content, much better service to your clients. You're able to actually create a much better business. You're able to give more of that 100% that you're required to give in order to have the lifestyle business that you desire. So just keep all of those things in mind. It's really, really, really important, okay? So this is, the time freedom is not about taking the launch system because, this happens, or because we have the habit of, just thinking, oh, well, let's work harder, right? It's not about taking the launch system and then thinking, oh, well, if I'm doing more of this, if I'm actually like doing more and like, more of, how the time launch sequence, the time freedom sequence works, and then, do more, let's do more, because we're wired the way of, harder, working harder, that's what gets the results, and that doesn't work. I've tried it that way. Believe me, it doesn't work. Even if you're not creating a lifestyle business, it does not work. You can get incremental, tiny little results, but you're not going to get the leaps and bounds that you can get if you're actually very conscious and very aware as to how to do it. What are the actual steps that are going to get you there? Okay, so having the time freedom and actually applying the things that I'm going to be sharing with you, it will transform who you are being. And as I share with you, you can't be the woman that makes $10,000 a month or $20,000 or $50,000 a month until you act, think, feel, and are the woman that makes $10,000 a month or whatever the number is. It's not possible, okay? It's not possible. You have to become that woman in order for you to actually be able to receive that. It always comes that way. It doesn't happen the other way. It's just not possible. It's like an impossibility, okay? That's the way that the universe works, and don't ask me why it works, but that's just the way that it works, okay? So you have to become first and then receive after. So that's a huge block in the receiving, because we don't understand that, oh, okay, well, I'm not acting like this person. One of the things that, this used to happen to me all the time. It was, like I would, not that example, but another example that I have, like my grandfather used to love buying tons and tons and tons of toilet paper and just saving it, like when it went on sale, right? If you're desiring to become a woman that is abundant, that believes in abundance, right? That's not a decision that you will make. The money will always be there in order for you to buy the amount of toilet paper that you need to buy. You don't need to hoard anything in order to, to save money, right? Like you don't need to save money. Like money is abundant. If you believe in the abundance of money, then money will always be there to circulate and to allow you to buy the things that you require to buy when you need to buy them. So just start thinking about what is the shift? Like, who is that woman? Like, what does she think? What does she feel? Who is she? How does she dress, right? How does she act? How does she show up? Is she passionate about her business, right? One of the things that, I always, I decide to show up fully, because if I don't show up fully, then I'm not being that woman. I can't receive the amount of money that I desire. I can't receive the lifestyle that I desire. I can't receive the relationships that I desire if I'm not being her. So make a conscious decision today to change who you are being, okay? Because otherwise you will remain where you are. And you may not be getting the money, or you may even be getting the money, but you won't have the time freedom. So even if you continue to incrementally increase the results, like those tiny results that we talked about, you will still not be living your lifestyle business. And this is all about creating a lifestyle business that you love, okay? With the TFS launch, with the launch system, the step-by-step system that creates time freedom. So I call it the time freedom sequence. You have both. You can have both. Okay. So if you don't actually apply this the way that I'm going to be sharing with you, you start going backwards. Because there comes a point, and I already talked about this, that you can't go any more. Like, you can't do more. Like, you can't work harder. It's just not going to be possible. So most women that come to me, and this may be you, are just working on their business, just not the right way. Okay, you may be working, you may be just working, but you're just not doing things the right way. And I find that people that have business, that have a business, that have plenty of visibility, and even a launch in place, what I find missing is the way that it's set up, the timeline, the organization, and sometimes even the simplicity, because without it, it's just hard. It's just hard. And like I hope that after today, you start adopting the belief that working harder is the devil, and that's not the way that you go, right? It's really difficult, like, for things to work properly if you're just, thinking harder, thinking more, thinking, whatever. Like, sometimes it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So you think that you should be able to make it work because you have all this knowledge inside you. You've taken so many courses, and that was me. I'm telling you, that was me. I took so many courses, and I'm like, well, why can't I make this work? Why can't I make this work? And then the months kept passing, and the results were just not getting any better. And I kept working harder and harder, and nothing changed. Nothing happened. So I started getting discouraged, and that was around the time that I wanted to quit. So if that's you, don't let this happen. Don't let this happen, okay? You may just need a tweak in the way that you think about time freedom, okay? In the way that you set up your systems, okay? You may just need the step-by-step, okay? So I created the time freedom sequence, and I called it that because that's what it was for me. Okay, I wanted to help myself to get better results, but I also didn't want to do it the hard way, because I had tried the hard way. I had tried the working harder, the working 80-hour weeks, and I knew that it was not working. I had a miserable life. I was thinking about quitting and all of that, and it wasn't working, and I'm sure that it's not working for you either. So when I actually did the time freedom sequence the first time, it wasn't even called that then. I didn't even know what I was doing. Not what I was doing. I wasn't implementing it because I had been teaching launches, just not very openly, right? I had been teaching launches to my clients here and there, but just not in a very organized way, not the way, and I was teaching some parts of it, just not the whole system, right? Everything I knew that would work. And then when I did it, bam, 5,000, bam, 6,000, bam, 7,000, and then it kept increasing from there. So with your permission, I really want to tell you just a little bit more about how you can find out how this will work for you, because it is very simple to put together. It gives you the things that very likely are going to be missing right now. And like I said, I boldly, like my red lipstick, call it the time freedom sequence, because when I put it together the first time, I created so much time freedom for myself, and I continue to create time freedom. And now that I have the results, I'm actually bringing in more people to help me with these things that are already working, right? So I already know my launches inside and out, and now I'm having someone else do them for me. Like, I don't want to do those things anymore. I want to focus my time in a way that really serves me, okay? And I want to focus on the pieces and the areas of my life that are really, that require my personal attention, right? There's so much that you can do in your business, and it wouldn't be so much better if you could just automate it, if you could just have something working for you 24/7 to reach your goals, so that you can put your time and effort and energy and money where it actually needs to go, not, as a like as a band-aid, right? Not as a band-aid, as actually something that will give you really amazing results. So I really, really think, and I honestly believe that, you know, if you're interested in doing a launch and you don't know if you're ready to do a launch, or you are interested in, you know, creating some of the results that we talked about, like the time freedom, like stop working hard, like decreasing the amount that you work right now. So instead of working, you know, 80-hour weeks or 60-hour weeks, how about 20? How about 25? How about less than that? How about like 15? Right? How about 15? Some weeks, that's all I work. I work 15 hours. That week that I was in Florida, when I put together my launch, that's all I worked, right? So you can actually create that. And I want to share with you what your next steps are. So that you don't have to think about, okay, what do I do? How do I put this, like, would this even work for me? Okay, so even if you've launched and it was a horrible experience that you know, sucked up all your time and left you completely depleted, and you don't know, like, if this would even work, and like you're just like launches, right? I want you to sign up for a call with me wherever it is that you are on your journey, because what I want to do is just explore what it could be like for you. Okay, I'd be happy to help you with your next step, no matter where you're at in your business. So even if you're a newbie, right? I have a lot of new clients that they're like, well, I've never launched before. I don't even have a clue what it takes. This is perfect, because this actually creates an entire system for you. And even if you're not clear on things like your niche, I help you get clear on it so that it's marketable, okay? So that you're actually positioning yourself in a way that is really, really powerful, and that creates even more amazing results. If you don't have results, then you're gonna have really amazing results to begin with, okay? So there are custom options available when it comes to TFS, and I offer you a call just to figure out about your launch, like not someone else's launch, not someone else's lifestyle business, about yours, okay? And what you need to do in order to make it successful. So I have put a box and the Hangout page down below. So if you want to schedule a call with me, it's that simple. All you need to do is just schedule, like click on the box below and schedule a call with me, and then we can take it from there. We can actually figure out what will work best for you, because I've identified, you know, what really works and what doesn't work, and I just want to make it a lot easier for you. And because I really want you to succeed, and I'm very invested in your results. I'm not just about, you know, making the money or anything like that. I really want you to succeed. I really, from the bottom of my heart, really. I want you to have this lifestyle. I want you to have this, you know, I want you to, you know, serve in the way that you're meant to serve. I want you to feel fulfilled. That's my goal. Like, that's my purpose. That's my life. And I want you to have everything. So I'm actually going to be giving the first 5 of you that sign up for TFS. So if you sign up for a call and you sign up for TFS before next Wednesday, so next Wednesday is when we're going to close the launch. If you sign up for TFS before, if you sign up for a call before next Wednesday, you will be automatically entered for this. The first 5 people that sign up for TFS will receive my $2,000 course, Time and Money, which is a mindset course, and it's the mindset of a woman that makes a consistent $5,000 to $10,000 a month, okay? And that is really to support you, because it's not just the systems and structures, okay? And even though when you sign up for TFS, you get me for private coaching, you will actually get this additionally, so that you can actually start rewiring what you believe. We talked a lot about mindset in this call today, right? From, you know, the choices that you make, you know, making that bold choice of bold lipstick or bold lifestyle, right? Instead of going status quo. And I definitely want you to have all of the support that you need in order to make it work. So my schedule, actually right before the call, and this tends to happen a lot for whatever reason. But right before the call, I saw in my schedule, and there was one of the sessions already taken up. So I open up after one of these calls my schedule for 5 calls, because I have availability only for 5 clients. So at a time, when I do one of these calls, and my schedule changes, so sometimes it may be 3 or whatever, but I have someone already take up one of the calls that's tonight. So if you're really thinking, okay, I really need to create a launch, and I really don't know how to put this. I want time freedom. Okay, I want to stop working so hard. I want to create an amazing, consistent income. I'm ready for that. I'm ready to really start putting my time and investing my time in a way that I know will best serve my clients, my business, my life. Then this is for you. So schedule your call. You can do it by clicking the box below. And again, like I said, I have 4 sessions available right now because one was just taken up. So just keep an eye out, because those sessions go really, really quickly. My schedule fills up really quickly these days. So take an opportunity, and so that we can get clear of whether a launch is the best thing for your business right now. Okay, so that is it for today. I hope you had an amazing, amazing time. Let me just check the Hangout page and just see where we're at and see who got this session, because there were a few of you on the call, so it wasn't just one of you. Okay, it looks like Callista, you won that session with me, my dear, for being present. I don't have anybody else that put in, and I'm surprised because there were quite a few of you on the line today. I could see how many people were here. So if you're here, I gave that session. I gave that session away already. So congratulations, Callista. It would be my pleasure, since we're already working together. It would be an honor to give you this 30-minute additional session to help you find some time, okay? And for the rest of you, schedule your session with me, and, really start creating, start today. I gave you so much information on this call, so much to actually implement. Stop working hard, start living your lifestyle business, and have an amazing, amazing, amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye, everyone.